Welcome to the Burning Metal Weekly Roundup. This is week 3 for June 2023. And I'm joined yet again this week by Adrian Williams. Fucking ice cream van, you fucking girl. Adrian Williams of Metal Messiah Radio, conjurings from the Hellfire Club, screams from the crypt. And just for clarity, we've had a boil in the air all day. It's absolutely fucking pissing out of the heavens here right now, and this ice cream van is after driving down the street at 9:05. What the hell is going on? Like, who's going to go out in torrential fucking monsoon rain to get ice cream? Oh, at 9:05. Like, well, that's completely throwing me, man. I had in my head, like, all this idea, and this fucking ice cream van. Oh, jeez, it's too fucking hot, man. Oh. Anyways, we have 11 releases this week, so we've got a good few to get through. So we'll kick on with it. Oh, actually, no, man. That I had some. That's what fucking ice cream man threw me. I want to bring attention to the fact that in 2 weeks' time, Monkfest will be happening on the 1st of July in Pharmacia, Limerick, and on the lineup you've got Steiner, True Home, Slung from a Tree, Molar Bear, Tombs, Nomadic Rituals, and I can't pronounce it.
Bilecaster, I think it's called.
Bilecaster, yeah. I just couldn't make it out there. So that's in the Pharmacia Bar on the 1st of July. €15 on the door, and it kicks off at 3 p.m. Barbecue, and then so it's a full day, like. And what's it? The native Temple Street Children's Hospital.
Children's Hospital, yeah.
So if you're around Limerick, try and get down and support Raj and the boys, like, for Cursed Monk Records, Monkfest. So, right. So, and first on our list we have the Crawling, who released their first single from their forthcoming album. This is called Die Nazarene. We'll play a minute of that now. Unfortunately, we played a minute of it. If you haven't watched it before, we only play a minute of each track. But and that's one of the best Crawling songs yet, isn't it?
Oh yeah, deadly.
That is really good. When I heard that, I was like, "This is fucking like the Crawling are always good." Excuse me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they played a few new songs at Demolition Fest, and judging by I think they played 3 or 4. It was, and they're all fucking quality. They are.
The Crawling
this album is a step up from what they've had before.
Yeah.
By the sounds of what they played live,
And they've got a couple of gigs coming up too, and they've got the downstairs gig in Fibbers with Grave Sermon and support. And then they have the big one in the Mandela Hall in Belfast coming up too as well. So.
Yeah, they have one at the start of all. I think it's around early August, just after the album's released in Limerick.
Oh, have they as well?
Yeah.
Well, going forward now, I'm going to start bringing more gigs into the intro. We've just been doing it recently. We're doing with Templemore Belfast. We're doing it with Monkfest today. So I'd like to I'll do Dara Kenny's one next week for definite. So I know I'm getting off track here, but hopefully it's a good way of advertising it. Usually get a few views. And that was the Crawling Die Nazarene. What the album is called? All of This for Nothing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that album.
Yeah, same here.
Better close this window up a bit, man. There's fucking monsoon rain out there, man. Needless to say, nobody bought any ice cream.
Not surprised.
To the surprise of no one. And next on our list, we have Humanity Check, who have returned with their new video single, Built to Kill. This is the first time they've released anything in like 5 years now, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll play a minute of a Humanity Check, Built to Kill. Stop it there now, unfortunately. We've given it a minute. Great to see the lads are back and still going, like.
Yeah, I know, that's a great song, that is.
It is good.
Deadly song.
Jordan, the front man, and the drummer, apologies, I can't think of your name right now. They've held that band together through thick and fucking thin, like.
Yeah. I see one of the guitar players for the Slew is with them, Killian.
I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah.
Even though the Slew all wear masks, I know what one or two of them look like.
Yeah.
Right. And did they have their launch gig in Dundraddy yet?
Last night was. I was on last night.
Last night. I knew it was in and around this time, but hopefully that well, like in the dark side of the toll. Is that what it's called up there?
Tolls.
Yeah, Tolls. Yeah, but they've got a different name for it. It's called the dark side of Tolls or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's their man Alan. This was in Pod Racer and a few other things, and and he used to be the manager of the Spirit Store in Dundalk back in the day.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, so fair play to Alan for getting it up and going up there again, like, because what we said we've touched on last week with you and Derry at Demolition Fest. It's good to see a few more places opening up again, because Galway is fucking dead in the water. Limerick has got a few things. Cork has gone quiet as such too.
So I know there's someone. I know fucking Evan's doing a great job with what's it called? And then Danny's coming. Hopefully, Danny will have more gigs with Petrophile.
Yeah, they're coming back next year though.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully now we're just the moment now it's gone. But it's regress. It's just regress. It's good to see gigs coming up in new places again, because
exactly, yeah.
And next on our list we have, which may be the last ever released from So Long from the Seance. They released their video single, The Funeral Bell, and to be honest with you, man, I've been following this band for fucking years now. And there's been eras of this band that's just been the front man playing acoustic guitar, like.
I know, yeah.
He's had so many fucking lineup issues over the years, like, it's been ridiculous. As soon as you get a band together, it'll just fall apart again, and you'd have to rebuild it again, so hopefully it's not the end of them, but
I know.
If it is, it's a fucking great way to go out, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely.
So we'll play a minute of their track, The Funeral Bell. Great video. I'll play just over a minute there now to try and get a bit more of it in, but if it's the last one, great way to go out. But hopefully,
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
because they've released some fucking bangers over the years, man.
yeah, man. That they're full. I saw them over a year ago. It's the only time I've seen them. They're great live bands, fantastic live bands.
Oh, I've been a fan of them for years. Like I remember when he was the vocalist in Little Mistakes back in the day.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, they're going back 10 years there now, nearly, man. You know. And then he went off and fought So Long to the Seance, Sluts as they were also known, and had their supported Doyle, and you know, they as a band they've had a really good one.
They played some goth festival in Germany recently. I think around Easter they did.
Oh, they've got around like over the years. They really have, like, and if it is the end and So Long to the Seance, well, I always say so long. And thanks for everything. Thanks for all the fish. And next on our list we have another. Well, this is a definite epithet as such now, from what we've gathered, because Strangers with Guns have made an announcement that it's looking like we're done.
Yeah,
I know. It's a shame, but
it is a shame.
But they've got a really fitting last track, "Time Enough at Last."
I know, yeah.
It's a good bit of humor in there as well, you know.
I know.
The humor we've become accustomed to over the years, and
yeah.
Okay, if it is the end, fucking fair play, lads. But we'll see. Again, this is "Time Enough at Last." Stop it there now. Unfortunately, gave it just a bit over a minute. And before we go any further, that was a complete accident. That wasn't some fucking genius plan on my part to put two bands in a row that were playing the potential releasing their last songs. It just kind of fucking happened. So, no, that wasn't some master mixing on my part. That was a complete accident. Fucking dying in the sun, just putting this shit together like Could do with a fucking Hawaiian shirt today, man. You know, the boys were famous for them, you know.
Yeah.
Hawaiian shirt weather, if ever there was. So.
Yeah.
Christ. But the lads have had a great run. Like, you know,
yeah. And I put that album last year. They're fucking amazing, you know.
Oh, sure, man. The Henry Rollins track, that'll be always a favorite of mine forever. Like.
Yeah.
I Am Henry Rollins, like, fucking brilliant album. I just like the self-aware humor, like.
Yeah. So do I. You know, and to see it live as well is fucking. It's deadly. It is.
It's the only band I've ever seen playing heavy music wearing in fucking Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'll see it again. And they used to have fucking the fucking whole Hawaiian, like, fucking flowers around their neck and everything, like.
Jeff also wore the fucking spacesuit.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
They were an entertaining band, a really entertaining band. And again, the self-aware humor, Time Enough at Last, which is potentially their last ever release. So, well, best of luck to all the lads anyway, whatever they choose to do next, because they're all great musicians. And if it is the end, they will be sadly missed. Especially with Watchy, he was in Val Normal as well, man, and they were a fucking machine back in the day, man. Really, really good band. So, actually, a story before we kick on. It's long enough over now that I can say it. There was a bit of an issue between two members of Val Normal back in the day. And it got to the point where obviously Watchy left. They had to bring in two bass players to replace him.
What? You're joking me?
Bring in two bass players to replace him.
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
That's how good Watchy is on the fucking bass, man. They had to bring in two bass players to replace him.
Lord.
And again, they've since reconciled and everything is fine again. But it was just a shame because it was just a big personality clash. Like, I remember they released their last video. I'm kind of going off track here now, apologies. But you could see the way that fucking Brian was looking at the other lad. He was just, there was something wrong. But it was, again, you know, these things can happen. But, and I've gone completely off track there. And that was Strangers with Guns, Time Enough at Last. I just wanted to throw that in there because I think Brian doesn't get the credit he really deserves as a bass player, because if a band has to bring in two bass players to replace you, you're fucking shit out, like.
Yeah.
And he had the difference in Strangers with a Gun because he could do the backing vocals as well because he was the front man of Sis Jones.
That's great. Yeah, that's right.
So he's a good fucking musician, man. Really good. So hopefully he stays in it in some way. And next on our list, we have, again, this was not planned, a musician that we all hoped would stay around, which was Adrian from she's a Stereo Nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least a banger with Necronesis there. It's probably a couple of years ago now. And he's come back and he's announced he played the first single, A Poison Mind, with the album coming in August. So this is Necronesis, Poisoned Mind. Stop it there now, unfortunately. Go on.
Fucking savage, man. Fucking riffs for fucking days. You know? I'm delighted that he's still doing it, you know? He had a lot of love for Stereo Nasty. I did.
They were amazing.
Different. He's amazing fucking guitar player, man. Amazing musician.
He really is.
Probably one of the best in the country, for me anyway.
I wouldn't disagree with you, man. He had another project as well too. What was it called?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it was kind of a fucking doomy melodic.
Yeah, shit. I can't think of the name of it now either. But there's two in Necronesis, isn't there?
Sorry?
There's two in it, isn't there?
I don't know. I think it's just him.
Oh, I thought he had a drummer with him as well.
No, I think that's the other project.
Oh, that's the other one. Sure, I'm confused now because
there's
the name of the album is going to be called A Force Made Flesh.
Yeah, it's out August 5th.
I was going to say it's the 3rd of August, isn't it?
August 5th.
5th.
Yeah.
It was close. It was. We were both in the round. It wasn't a round number. And he's a quality trash guitarist, and this is just like really deathy, trashy, fucking.
Yeah.
It's like
fucking. I know. Yeah.
Oh, it's great to see him still at it now because, as we've already touched on, Stereo Nasty were amazing. Like,
Yeah.
and they had big opportunities. Like, they had a big tours and
Oh,
fourth class
yeah.
everything coming up, and the next thing they just said, "Oh, that's it. We can't keep the band going, unfortunately."
Yeah, I know.
Because they were definitely one of the most original bands in Ireland, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I won't even attempt to even replicate the vocals. Oh, they were a class, man. But that was Necronesis, A Poison Mind from the forthcoming album, A Force Made Flesh, which is out on the 5th of August.
Hmm.
And next on our list, we have a band, a death metal band, Black Dawn Rising, who released their latest track, new track to say, From This Day. We'll play a minute of that now. First ad of the evening. I'll stop it there now, unfortunately. Played just over a minute. That's definitely, they've evolved again from the last one.
Yeah, that sounds even better than the last track they released. It does, you know.
And they got more in the kind of dual and guitar type of kind of
Yeah,
classic fucking metal sound.
yeah. Yeah, that's a great. It's fucking loads of fucking riffs, man. Very melodic.
Yeah. And they were a band a few years ago, and then they knocked it on the head, and they just came back recently too. And that was the story with them, like so.
Because I was checking their socials, and they're fucking all posts from fucking Metal to the Masses in 2018.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when I looked them up at first as well too. It was just like this massive gap of years and years and years. But it's great to have them back, and they're improving.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I will touch upon again that they provided a track for the second Irish metal compilation on Bandcamp. Look for Burning Metal IRL on Bandcamp. We've got 2 compilations up there already, and I will put another one together at the end of next month. And I'm going to revise the second one, just release it again soon. Because at the time that was released, I was very busy with family and stuff going on and everything. So I need to just move tracks around, and I'll drop it again soon. Just give it more promotion because I didn't get enough. Just give everyone another dig out now. And next on our list, we have a new band from Cork called Enif, who released their debut single video, Victim of Art. Have you checked this out?
No. This is new. Right?
This is good, man.
Yeah.
The EP was supposed to be out by now, but it hasn't been released for whatever reason, but it's coming. Yeah. This is Enif, Victim of Art.
To challenge yourself.
And that's not them, I can assure you. It's a long one, too. That's what she said! Jeez, man, that's an old joke coming back. It works at the right time. just over a minute of that there now, man. But you need to check that out, man. It's a fucking cracker.
That sounds fucking deadly. That does.
It's a fucking cracker, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm wrong. I apologize, lads. I think it's the same vocalist from Body Drinkers. Your man Chris. That's in Z-Ren as well.
All right, yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm wrong. I apologize because I haven't seen the man in years, but I think it's him.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that. I'll have a listen to that anyway. Definitely.
Yeah, they're the new band out of the block in Cork now. Enif, then man, that sounded fucking really fucking good for a debut. Like,
yeah,
but from the look of them, I don't know. They don't really give much away on social media. Who the members are or whatnot, but they've got pedigree from what I can gather and imagine. Cool. And next up on our list, we have another band from Cork. And to be honest with you, this one kind of caught me on the hop. I heard that Perish the Thought were back after they were banned between 2006 and 2009.
Yeah.
Out in Cork, and then they called it a day. And then they came back with a social media presence just very recent, the last week, obviously. And there was a track dropped called Perish the Thought, Comfort in Lies, which I thought was new, but apparently it actually is 2 years old.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah.
But I only figured that out fucking an hour ago or that it's actually 2 years old because I listened to it on Bandcamp and I assumed it was new. But Perish the Thought are back. We'll give them a bit of promo. Perish the Thought, this is Comfort in Lies. Stop there now. Give it a minute, and they've dropped dropped one live video, should I say, of them rehearsing, and that sounds fucking good, man.
They say that sounds fucking deadly. That does.
They sound good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as I say, they were a band from 2006 to 2009, and they started writing again during the whole lockup era of life that we lived through, and they've announced, like, we're going to have another crack at it.
Deadly. Fucking, that's great, that is, It's good to see this now. A few fucking old bands coming like them and Black Dawn Rising, basically.
And Blood Soaked came back too. Celtic Legacy came back. There was a bunch of bands that came back.
Yeah.
Just look at America at the moment now. Every fucking tour in America is a fucking new metal band from 20 years ago going around now, like.
I know.
Living in the member berries era, aren't we?
Yeah.
Static X and Cold Chamber and fucking Dope and all the rest out on tour together. And next on our list we have EB and the Deadlights, who released their new album, and that's a fucking really good album, man.
Yeah, I know.
Can you remember the name of it? I should have written it down.
Echoes of a Dreamless Life.
That's it. I meant to write it down, and I should have. It was in my head to write it down, but no, man, these lads are really good, and we're going to play a minute of their track, "Heaven into Hell." I'll stop it there now. Unfortunately, just gave it a bit over a minute. You've checked the album out, you have?
Oh yeah, man. That's I love to have an EP from last year, and that's just fucking. It's just so much improvements.
Yeah, they've changed a few times. Like they released a standalone single too last year, "Unmarked Grave," which was a fucking banger.
Yeah, you know.
You could tell they were finding their sound. They've kind of a bit like with "So Long to the Seance" earlier on. Like, if "So Long to the Seance" are calling it a day, there's your replacement.
Yeah.
Because they're similar. Like they're not the same, but they're similar.
Yeah, it's kind of shock rock,
shock horror stuff. Yeah,
shock rock, basically. You know.
So you rate the album anyway, highly?
Oh yeah, fucking very highly, very highly.
Damn, man. I've only listened to it once because I had a really busy week and I done most of my research last night after a fucking 2-hour fucking podcast I done. It was for it wasn't for metal, it was for the Legion Night thing. So I just went in hell for leather after that, then checking everything out, and really fucking good, man, really good. And next on our list, of course, we have Tasha, who released her new album. Oh my god, help me out.
Scarlet Fever.
Scarlet Fever. I knew it. Fuck the sun. And then we'll play a minute of our track "Paled Plague Horse," which is, of course, on the album. I'll stop it there now. Unfortunately, give it the minute and go on. Give me your thoughts.
This album's deadly. That's not even the best song on it.
I know.
It's fucking.
I just put it in there for handiness because.
Yeah, I know. It's a great album. It is. It sounds better than I like. How much I like the EP from last year. That's even better. It is.
Like people, like she does this all by herself. Like.
Yeah, I know.
Like I know but I just wanted to make it clear if anyone's listening and saying, "Oh, the production could be a bit better" or whatnot. Like,
yeah, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be better. It tells a story.
Exactly.
Basically.
Like
that's the way it should be.
Like she's a horror writer, and there's something going on with Septic Flesh as well too. I don't know if she announced it or if it's official.
I don't know yet. Yeah, I know.
There's something going on there, like, and she's again a horror writer. She's been involved in like all their albums and EPs, and they're all stories. Like,
yeah, but
when she puts something together, she puts together properly.
Basically, this is the album's kind of based around Victorian era, but it's not like your Jack the Ripper kind of stuff. It's her own take on the Victorian era. The Scarlet Fever is Scarlet is a girl, basically. There's a video she put up on YouTube now about it. It's about half an hour long. You get a chance, check it out, and it explains everything. And it's well worth a watch. It is.
Oh, very good. So
it's up on our YouTube channel. It is. I watched the other night. I did. Very interesting.
Oh no, she's very smart, isn't she? She's a proper fucking writer. Like I had her on the podcast last year when we were talking about horror films, and by the time it was over, I was like, "I like you.
Yeah.
You're fucking smart. You're intelligent. You're not buying all this bullshit that's going on now in modern film or writing and everything, you know." And it's a fucking shit story, really, in one way, regard, because you got all this crap coming out in films and writing and everything. They've been your arse with them. Never mind fucking anything else with them. And she writes absolute quality and doesn't get the recognition she deserves. Like,
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
It's a fucking shame, man, because she deserves way more recognition. To be honest, way more. And we are on to the final track of the evening, with Draconis, who are probably playing live right now in Dublin in the Grand Social.
Oh, yeah.
They've released 3 tracks that they kind of remix from different eras of the band for their new Madame Tortura, the new vocalist. And I watched the Metal Cell podcast it's a couple of years ago now, I suppose. And the whole concept of Draconis EPs and albums was a concept. And they had a male vocalist during that era. But during the last part of the story, the male turned female. But by chance then, the male vocalist left the band. And a female vocalist joined.
All right. Jesus.
So if there was ever a fucking twist of fate that worked out, this was it. And we will play a minute of an Anthem of Ashes, but we're going to skip it on a bit because it's a really long intro. Just going to play a small bit of the intro and then I'm going to move forward. You got the vibe now. Stop it there now. We've given an overall impression of it, and the 3 tracks that they've re-released as such with the new vocalist, Madame Tortura, they're fucking great, man.
No, they
that's good.
Aaron, there tonight, Friday night, I was. The 3 tracks from the Blessed by Embers album.
Yeah.
And I listened to each, track from these new ones as well. And the fucking newer ones sound much better. This is not It's this is no slight on the other singer.
Oh no, not even remotely.
This sounds amazing. It does.
And she's a really cool stage presence as well. She wears the veil where you can't see her face or anything.
I've seen photos and videos basically, and it looks amazing. It does.
Yeah, man. And hopefully they get a good crowd tonight because that's a fucking whopper lineup. They've got 4-0 with them. Their last stop, they were playing their last gig, so hopefully people turn out for that. And you've got Horrenda as well.
Yeah, it's a great lineup. That is.
And I'd love to have been at that tonight. That's a fucking brilliant lineup. But we've reached the end of week 3, and we've had 11 releases in 7 days.
Fucking hell!
It's like it's at this stage now. Like if I check out any bit of music during the week, it's usually the Irish scene.
Yeah. I've only got to listen. The new Cattle Decapitation. I only got to listen to a bit of today. That's released nearly a month ago.
That's it. Like, I listened to that when that came out because I'm a fucking huge fan of that. I listened to that straight away. To be honest, like no disrespect to the Irish scene, but you ain't gonna eat. None of your that. You're not cattle decapitation. None of fucking step your game up. Look at that. All joking aside, another fucking great week for the Irish scene. Like 10 releases. Like I'm glad we started doing this weekly because the way it's going now, man.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking. There's something dropping every fucking day now, basically.
And we still have 2 from a previous time that we said we'd try and fit in.
Yeah.
And we thought this week looks quiet. We'll fit them in this week, and then bang, 10 releases.
I think we may have missed one from Friday as well.
Did we? Who?
Yeah, Ura. They released their debut single.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Have it in next week, sure. I'll send it on.
See if we can bring it up now. What's it called?
URAGH.
I know it's called the name. Yeah. What's the name of the song?
It's called Decimate.
No, man, the sound is starting to get gritty. We'll put them in next week.
All right, yeah.
I'm hearing the fucking echo shit going on that's plagued us in the past, so
yeah.
We'll put them in next week for definite. I'm aware of the sound going shit in us again. So thanks to everyone for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. We will be back next week.